Hi, my name is Franceska Alexander, and I've owned Bronze, Silver, and Gold Gallery with my partner Arthur Montgomery since the end of April 2021.
And so I understand, so this business has existed before and you're the new owner of it.
That's correct.
What interested you in this gallery?
Well, many things did. The final interest was that this gallery has been in Cambria since 1986. It was started by Lou Kaplan, and it was purchased by one of his employees, the Yenshaws, and we bought it from them just recently. So in 35 years, it's had 3 locations, and I've been in the gallery business for many years. I think this might be my 4th gallery. My last gallery was sold in 2018, so there was a bit of a margin as I was trying to relocate to the coast. And the fact that this is in Cambria and it has such a beautiful local and far and wide clientele, it was a good fit for us.
Yeah. Now, what do you love about the gallery business? If you've been in it for so long, that you must have a passion for it. What is that about?
Well, I think I have more of a passion for art and just sharing beauty and helping people live with beauty and understand beauty. And this particular gallery is very heavily laden in jewelry sales, but there's also a lot of art on the walls that sell. So I just am riffing off of that and kind of making it more of an even playing field, so there's as much art moving through as there is jewelry. But it's really more about beauty, bringing beauty into your life and sharing beauty. And I'm also a painter, and so I enjoy painting and doing art, and I love working with artists and have for many years.
So I want to capitalize on this idea of sharing beauty and finding, where do you find beauty? What is it that you see in something that brings out that sense of, I'm looking at something beautiful? Oh,
well, actually it's an energy. So if the artist is passionate about what they're doing, it comes through in the work. If there's inspiration, it comes through in the work. There's lots of different ways to look at art or art objects or artful objects. Some are more borderline on decor, and people will buy art for decor, and that's okay. But a piece of art actually has an energy running through it, and you can just tell in that piece of art. So I'm more interested in art that has that energy running through it, and working with career artists or entry-level career artists or mid-career artists, because they're already in that they're in that flow. Yeah.
I've interviewed a lot of artists, and just like you described, they're kind of mid or they're career artists. They've found themselves. They found, they experiment a lot, and then they find this is the way I'm proceeding forward.
Right.
And you're a painter yourself. What is that process like, really, when you discover who you are as an artist and how you express that?
Well, thank you for asking. I think that it's really different for everybody, but for me, I think that one has to really explore their medium, and it's not always talent. It really has to do with, again, that passion and that sensibility. And when you can get that apex of talent and sensibility and skill and production, then you have someone that can go to market with their art. It's in high school we all did pretty good artwork, but to take that further 10 or 15 or 20 years later, it does pull something else from you. And I think life experience and being able to go to your studio or paint in your kitchen or wherever it is, try to do that as often as possible. Your voice does develop from that. And it, for some people it's quick, and for other people it takes a lifetime. Yeah.
And how will you put your stamp on this gallery?
Well, I think we already have, just in the few months. I like to change things up a lot. I like working, again, with artists that are active in their art, and that they're active in their art. And I like to know who the artist is, the jeweler, the designer, the sculptor. I want to know them personally. And I just think it more active. The the last place that I had a gallery was a 16-year gallery, and it was very community, and I knew I knew all of the artists actually, and it was full media. And so this one is a little more defined, and it's a beautiful art community here, which is super exciting. So it's really just finding where the fit is, as well as giving the visitor and the local and the semi-local the experience that when they walk in here, whatever is here actually reminds them of Cambria. And the Central Coast at the longer, California longer, the West Coast longer, and possibly elsewhere. But for the most part, it's really, Cambria has a taste that's so unique and eclectic and fresh and beautiful. It's so beautiful here. So I'm not going to be able to provide local art 100% because they're already represented at this point, but the feeling, the feeling of Cambria, the sensibility of Cambria. Yeah.
And your experience as a gallery owner and an artist yourself, I imagine you have had the experience, people come in and they see pretty things on the wall, but how much is your ability to storytell a little bit about the artist or the piece that they're looking at go into them falling further in love with something?
In a location like this, time is valuable, and everybody would rather be dining or at the beach. So the time that a guest comes in and wanders around is paramount, and the more interesting it is, the longer they stay in. And so I engage. I think I just try to engage at a point where it seems like someone's really looking, but and we both do, Art and I both engage with people about the art and the artist. And it's a small gallery, so it's easy to do. Yeah, it's really easy to do.
And what is the circulation? How often would somebody expect to see something new in here? Is there a rhythm to it, or is it just kind of depends?
Well, since we just have been here since the end of April, we have moved a lot of art and a lot of art and art objects. So I'm really pleasantly surprised. So I like to say that there's something new going out every day, going up on the walls and the cases moved around every single day. Yeah. And
then if you had to kind of describe the various styles that people might encounter here, and I know that might change over time. It won't be static, but is there a sense of tone or texture or feeling that you're trying to convey through the gallery?
Well, I am a big fan of contemporary art and contemporary abstract art, but this isn't necessarily a great location for that. It can be generalized. So at the moment, we're really focusing on really beautiful landscape, and again, that sensibility of Cambria, the whimsy of Cambria. Yeah.
And so I'm curious personally, you're an artist, you're a painter. What do you paint? What do you like to paint?
Well, I'm a whimsical painter. Okay. So I have to find a place where my paintings fit in here, and that is a bit of a challenge, but I think I'll be getting out and doing more plein air as time permits, because I'm inspired by the coastline in Cambria beyond measure, so I don't think I'll ever lose that inspiration.
If you had advice to give to somebody who wants to try plein air, where would you direct them to go?
Well,
have you discovered anything, or do you not want to give away any hidden gems?
Well, I think the hidden gems are just along the coastline. What isn't to love on the California coastline? Moonstone Beach to me just has so much mystery and magic, and I love it, and it's close, and I can get away because this gallery is busy enough that it demands a lot of time. So I think just down the street is the best place for me right now.
Very
good. We currently have Michael Moat, a whole feature of 10 of his paintings now. He just delivered them, and he is a very well-known Central Coast artist based in Pajaro Dunes, Santa Cruz Aptos area, but he does a lot on the Central Coast, of course. So we have a beautiful array of all of his oil paintings. They're very reasonably priced, and really excited to have him. We also have Dale Latainen, who is a watercolorist. We have a wide variety of his work as well, and he teaches in the area. So we'll be sponsoring one of his classes. Probably not this year. This year is kind of a lost and found year.
Yeah.
But next year we'll be doing that. And then hopefully we'll be open on Thursday nights and be able to serve, wine and cheese and have openings on that at least maybe one Thursday night a month, or maybe every Thursday night. We're still learning the rhythm and coming out of this last year and not knowing quite. So, but yeah, we do want to have regular events.